Hello everyone, welcome to Kitchen Table Talk presented by Scrumptious Creole Kitchen. Today we're going to be talking about the effects of food. And wait, let me start over again. Sorry, I'm really excited to talk about this. This is my favorite topic to talk about. So we're going to be talking about how the mind and your thoughts affect your food and your body. And I really like it because the diet industry is based off you not knowing this at all. So this is a really empowering topic that I love to teach people about and tell my clients about, because it really, once you really understand it and then apply it to your life, it's like magic. You really feel so empowered, and it doesn't feel like, you know, your body is, or the food that you eat is like out of your control. A lot of people have limiting beliefs, including myself. I spent a lot of time and wasting a lot of energy just so worried about what like every little thing I ate, and it's like, oh, if I eat this then this is gonna happen, and just like having all this resistance towards food, and like food is the enemy, when food is not at all. Like, we're supposed to be in harmony with our food no matter what you eat. You know, I do like to eat healthy, and all of my recipes are low carb that I post, and gluten-free, most of them, but I am an advocate of also splurging and just having things that you like to eat that might have gluten in or might not be low carb. I'm totally down with that too. That's just my thing, is like moderation. And so, but a lot of us, we're either like black or white. Like, I have a lot of clients that are just like, they get into the zone where they're either like super strict with their diets, and then they go off the deep end, they go on like a binge and just have a really hard time recovering from it, or they're super scared of food, almost like anorexia or like some form of it, where they just won't even touch food, because it's kind of like the limiting belief, or the whole belief system around food is that it's the enemy, basically. You know, we all have this resistance towards, or we don't all have, but a lot of us experience this resistance towards food, or even saying, oh my God, I look at a piece of fill in the blank and I gain 10 pounds. Well, your thoughts are so powerful, and it really has a profound effect on how your body responds to things, and even how your food responds to things. So, and I love that there's finally like a lot of scientific research coming out about this. But one of my favorite books, if you follow me on other things, you know that I love this book. It's E Squared. And E Squared is about the law of attraction, 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. So what you focus on does expand. And she has a chapter in here about food and dieting, and it's called the Jenny Craig Principle. And I mean, I could just read this whole chapter to you. It's really amazing, but I'll just read a few things that I thought were pretty cool. The body is a living expression of your point of view of the world, and specifically food. And so there's so many things that she talks about in terms of how this applies to us, but one of the things I really like, and that's really widely accepted and people got really into, was an experiment done by a Japanese scientist named Masaru Emoto. And what he did was he took water, like different just like vessels of water, and then, you know, one they would sing to, one they would you know, I think even they just put the word anger, or they exposed it to a lot of like negative energy, and then one they wrote the word love on it, and joy. So they took half of these different vessels of water and put like nice, pleasant words on them, or like would sing to them and do different things, and then another, I don't know, 5 to 10, they did like negative things, or like anger and hate and all this stuff. And then after a day, they viewed the crystals, the water crystals, in a microscope before and after. And so the ones that were exposed to all these pleasant words had these beautiful like formed crystals. And the ones that had the negative things exposed to them, they had these like broken up, like just disconjointed, like not in flow crystals. And so it's an experiment that shows how profound the energy, even the energy in words. That's why it's so important. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. The energy that you put into words and even your intention behind things is so important. And what I love about this is that just in a 24-hour period, those the different water vessels, they were affected either negatively or positively by that. And guess what, bitches? Guess what the human body is mostly made of? That's right, water. Yes, we are made of water. So think about that. We're just so like malleable and impressionable to our environment and the things that we're thinking. That's why it's so important to have control over your mind and thoughts. And it's a practice. Like I engage in meditation, so it's every morning, so I'm disciplining my mind to focus on the right things, because what you focus on expands. So going back to this, so if you're eating, it's really important to, some of us pray over our food, which is great, but why are you praying over your food? Because your religion taught you to, or are you infusing your food with the right intentions? So if you infuse your food, just like send your food like tons of good energy and be like, thank you so much for working for me, not against me. In every recipe I write at the end, like tell your food like, thank you so much for working for me and making me lean and making my metabolism work amazing and keeping me in perfect optimal health. And that may sound silly because we're not taught to be that way. We're taught that food is the enemy, or you look at any food commercial, it's like, oh, this food is so seductive. If it's like for dessert or something, it's tempting and sinful. It's not. It is not. Your food should always work for you, no matter if you're having chocolate cake or broccoli. It should be working for you. And another experiment she talks about in here is another scientist who was basically just fucking around, and he had these electronic probes, and he took like a blob of yogurt that wasn't even connected to him, but it was connected to this, and it had like a little whatever pedometer. And so he started he was actually talking to someone else, and so he started to talk about like his ex-wife and the relation, because it was not a good situation, and it was affected. The yogurt that was just sitting next to him was affected by it. And then he started talking about something else that was bothering him, and it started to, vibrate in a negative way. Then he came back to the present moment, and then the pedometer went down. So that's how intensely your energy is affected by your environment in general, but definitely the food that you eat. So wouldn't it be to your advantage to just send your food positive energy, because that energy is going right into your body. So no matter what you're eating, just be like, I do that like even when I'm out and I might be eating something that's like fries. Fries are like typically like what I get when I'm going out that is quote unquote bad, or maybe not the healthiest option, but I'm like, you know what, I love these fries. They're working for me, not against me, and they're keeping me nice and lean. And so just creating a different belief system around everything around the food that you eat will impact your health. And also when you create a new belief system, you're all of a sudden attracted to different things, which is incredible. It's like you don't want certain things, these things that used to be so tempting, or it's like, oh my God, I can't have that because I'll just binge eat on it. All those things start to lose power because you're not creating like this negative belief system around them. So and another experiment she talks about, so like the negative beliefs or the limiting beliefs. I have a slow metabolism. It's really hard for me to lose weight. I look at chocolate cake and I gain weight. Like, if you think that, your body will respond to it. And like I said before, regarding the experiment by hey, Allison, be good in New Orleans. The experiment by Masaru Emoto, and how our energy is affected by, our water is affected by energy. We are all water. Think about that. Think about how impressionable we are. So it's really important to constantly flood your mind with things that you want to happen, or things that you are wanting to create in the world, or things that make you feel good. So, because what you focus on expands. So, and it's the same thing with food, as I was saying. And I recently did this with a food allergy, which I am so excited about. I used to be allergic to crab. And I just had an identity around it. I'm like, oh, I'm allergic to crab. I can't have crab. Like, and then I was just like, it sounds so basic, and I'm just sick. And like, crab is fucking so scrumptious. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I am gonna decide. I'm making a decision to no longer be allergic to crab. And so when you decide something, you really kind of just, make a decision, and you cut off all possibilities. Actually, the Latin root meaning of decide is to cut off other possibilities. So you're cutting off, and it's just this. So I started to imagine myself eating crab whenever I wanted to, eating crab cakes as my jammy jam. I just posted on my Instagram because I was really excited about it. It's like I don't have kids, so I'm like, look at my food. I'm like, oh my God, my crab cakes. So I was really excited to make these crab cakes and enjoy them with people, not just be like, oh, here, I cooked this for you guys. And like, I was able to enjoy it. Nothing happened. It used to like, oh my God, it would fuck up my stomach so much. And now I just eat it with ease and joy. And the only thing that I have changed is my mindset around it. I'm a person who eats crab. I am a person that whatever, and I'm not allergic to anything. And I did it long enough to create that belief around my body. And I've definitely done that with my weight. I used to like freak out about not exercising every day or eating certain things. And I just decided, okay, I'm this and I would just repeat it to myself constantly. I am somebody that has a fast metabolism. I am X amount of weight. And I eat whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. I drink whatever I want. And I said it for months and months and months. And then it just kind of organic. I kind of didn't even notice it at first, but I'm like, damn, like I don't even, work out or freak out about working out as much. And I am able to, I just was naturally kind of like losing weight and, in a space where I could just, my metabolism, I was just in flow basically. My body was in flow, my mind was in flow. I made a decision that food wasn't the enemy, that food is always working for me, not against me. And it just showed up in and it's not like I'm not getting any younger. I'm an old bitch now. I'm 30, no, I'm just kidding. I just turned 35. But what I'm saying is that my body and my health is so much better than when I was 25, I just updated my driver's license picture. I was like, damn, Gina. So because my health is so much better because my mindset is different around it. So I know it sounds, ostensibly, it could sound kind of like floofy or whatever, but really honing in your energy. And when you are eating something, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not talking about healthy food versus not, I'm just talking about whatever you're eating. Saying to or just infusing that food with really positive energy and saying thank you for this food and it is working for me and it's making whatever result that you're looking for from food. So it's making me lean, it's making my metabolism work well. Also my family, on one side of my family, there's colon cancer that runs in the family, and I decided that's not me. That's not part of my identity. That's not anything. And so I always say thank you for making my digestive system super on fleek and super healthy, and so that continues to have that effect on it. So another book, if you're joining us late, I've been talking about E Squared. It's a book that is about how your thoughts create your reality on every level: health, wealth, relationships. And the chapter I'm referring to is chapter 7, which is about food. And so there's all these different scientific-based experiments in here about just what she's talking about, anecdotal evidence. And so please pick up that book. I don't work for her or anything. It's just a book that's really changed my life. So I just love when people read this book and then they tell me about it. And I have my clients read it and they're just and reread it. I have certain clients that I have them reread chapters on it. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Hello from New Orleans, sister. Oh, hi. But it's such a subtle thing that, you can't, it's not like buying a pill. The diet industry is constantly promoting. It's really changing your mindset and what you believe about your body and what you believe about food. It's really hard because we've been conditioned for so long to think certain things, but I would challenge you just for this month. It's a new month. So create a new identity around your body and around food. So what is it that you want to create for yourself? It could just be a tiny little thing, my decision to, eat crab on a regular basis. But what is yours? I've done it with a million things, like I've said, my metabolism, my health. So what is yours? What are you gonna shift in your life in terms of just food. And I encourage you to just, every time that you are about to eat something, just send it lots of love and energy and see what happens. She did this, and she was like, actually this is one of her experiments. She's like, just see what happens, and then if you don't trust me, you could just go back to living your miserable life. And she has, like, till this day, she has people writing in there like, oh my God, in a month, I lost 5 pounds, I lost 10 pounds. She had one person lose 50 pounds. So just try it, let me know what happens. If you're watching this video later, if you have any comments on what I'm talking about, let me know. Or if you do this and then you know, some time goes by and you're getting some results in either direction, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Haha, slow metabolism. Yes, Kellen, hi. Okay, going to Amazon and ordering that book. Thanks so much. Oh, you'll love it. Hey, cousin. Yeah, you'll love this book. I have it on Audible too, and I listen to it in the car because I'm always trying to like train my brain to think in a certain direction. So I hope you find it super helpful. I have a ton of books that I love, but this is always one I refer to. All right, thank you so much everyone for watching. I typically film on Tuesdays, but I just had a bunch of shit to do on Tuesday, right? But you know what? I always will record a show a week. This is Kitchen Table Talk, presented by Scrumptious Creole Kitchen. I love you guys. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday. Mwah.